Hey, party people, and welcome back to another Nerds in Squares podcast presented by the Block Party, aka bpfun. I'm the host with the most, Captain Zeus here, followed by, your favorite nerds from this channel, Nova Burst and Relatable Panda. Don't tell Voices you said that, though. He would probably hate us for it. Um,
We love you, Voices.
we have some news from a galaxy far, far away with the Star Wars celebration happening this weekend. We're currently recording this on the 9th because we do know that there's some more event information happening on the 10th of April, but we're not going to be able to record then. So we figured we'd do the news that we got now. We're going to go over some of it because it's just too juicy. It's too juicy to pass up. It's like peaches. It's just. Anyways, we're gonna move forward.
First, we're on the right track, and you just dropped it.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
I was on the road, and I hit a bump
again,
and I fell. I didn't want to get back on. So first things first, we got some news about Kevin Feige's Star Wars movie, which we kind of heard previously that a bunch of movies were shelved. Kathleen Kennedy was out at this event this weekend and just came in to confirm and deny a whole bunch of stuff. So Kevin Feige's Star Wars movie was not abandoned, according to Kathleen Kennedy. It was just didn't happen because nothing got developed. There was no ideas that was ever discussed. Nothing. He wanted to do a Star Wars movie. He still wants to do a Star Wars movie. Kathleen Kennedy's totally cool with it, but nothing's ever been birthed from that. So we got nothing. Now,
makes sense when you look at what he's been busy with.
Yeah, all of Marvel Studios, and I think he's also the president of Marvel Comics now too.
Yeah.
So that's gonna keep anybody busy, just a teensy bit. Now we also have Taika Watiti. I think I finally said his name right for the first time in existence.
I was just going to go with the first name.
He is still working on his Star Wars film. According to Kathleen Kennedy, it's just taking a while because he doesn't want anyone helping with the script. He's doing the script all on his own. Which, I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, Love and Thunder was really bad, but Ragnarok was decent. Well, it's gonna be new characters from what I gather. So it's like he's gonna be in an untouched part of the universe, so to speak. So I think that's where all the free reign comes into play. But at the same time, it's okay to ask for help.
Yeah, I agree with you there. After Love and Thunder, I do not trust his ability with a script solo, but especially with Star Wars, because this is a very fine line that you have to walk, because if you so much as even get one thing out of place or write one thing wrong,
the fan base is on you.
You're screwed.
Now he is the one benefit from this is with Marvel, he was in a time frame. He doesn't have a time frame with this. There's no MCU timeline that he's got to fit in everything. So I would hope with this time that he's going to be able to, take it well and just really dive into great character development and stories and not just jokes.
And the funnies.
Hopefully he's productive with the time that he has been freely given.
Yes, freely.
Definitely.
I didn't even finish Love and Thunder, so I mean that's my take on his stuff. So I mean, hey, we can only give him the best. We can only hope for the best,
right?
And
exactly.
I mean, especially with no time constraints really, and kind of a free range of hey, you still gotta keep it Star Wars, but go nuts with Star Wars. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how could you possibly mess it up?
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
Now, another director that's made a controversial movie, if you will, is Rian Johnson. His Star Wars trilogy is not actively in development. His trilogy was announced back in November of 2017, which was right before The Last Jedi released. Rian is still wanting to do the project for the Star Wars trilogy. he's just been really busy with like the Knives Out movies, which have been pretty successful, and all the other projects he's doing as well. And the trilogy was going to also be about brand new characters. Me personally, I liked Rian Johnson's The Last Jedi. I mean, besides the casino planet and Rose, those things aside, those little things aside, I really liked the movie. I love the direction it was going, especially with Kylo and Rey. Like it was great. It was a new direction that I thought was going to be perfect for the franchise, where she was a nobody. That's what she should have been, a nobody. Whatever. I'm not going to get into the Rey. That's later. But
I want to get into the end part, but okay, go on ahead.
But anyways, him doing a Star Wars trilogy, I think could be really good. Like if you look at the Knives Out movies and you look at Last Jedi, like he's been able to do comedy, mystery, as well as like serious like sci-fi. Like he can do both ends of what Star Wars can be. So I'm hopeful that his schedule clears up just a smidgen, so that way he can do this Star Wars trilogy. I kind of also hope it's in like the Old Republic, because maybe he'll give us Revan live action for the first time ever. That'd be dope.
That'd be really cool to do. I mean, I know this will probably be talked on later, but the Old Republic is something that a lot of fans want.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're good to get it.
Is that a cat?
Get it going
in the background.
I think she might be caught on something. So. I'm just going to ignore it for now because Angel's got it, and we're going to push forward.
Angel's got it. We're going to ignore the meow.
Just ignore the cry for help in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is fine, I promise. I'll be right back. Y'all can continue.
Yeah, Nova?
Don't worry, I'll take it over. So talking about the Old Republic, I mean, that is one of the parts of Star Wars that a lot of people have been demanding for. I mean, there's a lot of like, what's it called, hidden lore and stuff that we have. Like, I don't feel like a lot of. I mean, if you're like a Star Wars fan, you probably know about the Old Republic. But if you're just like a movie film buff, like I watch the Star Wars films. You probably don't touch the Old Republic too much. So I would like to see that come into light. You know what I mean? But talking about Rian
Johnson.
Yeah.
Rian
Johnson. Just trying to make sure I pronounce it right.
Yeah,
could you imagine if there was like a Star Wars murder mystery movie?
Oh. So like a Knives Out, but in Star Wars.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, and you
could see it.
You can keep it like actiony, like when they catch the murderer, or like when the murderer is trying to escape, you can make it actiony.
It'd be cool if they did. And I know they kind of like people have saying like they try to do this with Andor. I don't see it, but if they did like a James Bond for Star Wars or a Mission Impossible for Star Wars,
I could see it.
Like that could
Wasn't
also
that kind of like Rogue One?
That'd be good.
It wasn't really spy, but like
I wouldn't say that. I think Rogue One is pretty unique in like there's no real comparison per se, because like James Bond, Mission Impossible, those are like spy movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That one's not really a spy movie. It's just it's got some espionage aspects in it.
I guess you could say that. Like they're trying
but
to
it's not full
to
on.
The planet.
Exactly. Like there was no Daniel Craig, so it's not James Bond.
They could make it more
the name's Bond.
Like.
Yeah.
It could make a Star Wars movie more spy-like.
I'd be cool with it. I think that'd be
awesome.
Would be cool.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go with that.
So we have another show. Speaking of shows, The Acolyte. That's coming out. That one's going to be set in the High Republic, or the end of the High Republic. For those that don't know, that's like essentially it's in that first couple of 100 years before the prequel trilogy started. That was the end of the High Republic.
Okay.
So the Acolyte showrunner seems to be questioning some of Lucasfilm's previous decisions, like how Palpatine became senator without Yoda knowing, and the Jedi training kids. Her approach seems to be challenging things in the Star Wars universe and what fans have criticized, which I don't know is a good thing. The series, again, takes place during the end of the High Republic. It's following the emergence of a Sith, and it's going to be through their POV, from my knowledge. The High Republic has been expanded upon in the books and comics in recent years. I think they're going into phase 3 of the High Republic now. And it's apparently, from what the showrunner said, it's going to be a combination of Frozen and Kill Bill with the 2024 release. And it also got a new logo for the series. I don't know how I feel about a Frozen and Kill Bill combination.
That's a weird one.
It's unique.
It's definitely unique. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just very concerned because she's questioning and challenging a lot of things that are already out there. So I don't know how that's going to be shown in the show. Like, I don't want this to be some politically motivated series that's so cringe. I don't want a Star Wars She-Hulk. High hopes but terrible execution. That's not what I want, man.
I agree with you on that, but at the same time too, it depends on the kind of fan that you're talking about in this case. Because while I agree with you on that, I don't think we need to be talking about what needs to be addressed and questioning what we already know.
Mm-hmm.
But there are certain fans out there that'll be like, oh dude, yes, they're finally talking about why this was wrong and this was wrong. And no, but you better put your hand down.
Remember, this show takes place this show takes place like 200 to 400 years before the prequel trilogy. Okay, so Palpatine's not alive yet, but it's like, obviously she was using that as examples.
Yeah. No, I mean, I still think with those examples, they're there for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
She used those examples for a reason, because as it goes on, and I guarantee you, it is going to gain that traction because of that fan base. It's going to start diving more into a lot of other aspects of questioning everything.
I'm questioning her. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. And I'll pass this on to Mr. What If over there.
Yeah. What if?
Yeah.
Nova has a good opinion. I'm just kidding.
I asked a good question. I mean, you can ask Zeus. Whenever we watch a movie or anything, I'm always talking and I'm always asking questions. So
I can attest to
that. So when we just get like more content that like solves or gives more lore to stuff that we've always been questioning about, or I mean, shoot, that's why a lot of like YouTube content is out there that like, hey, what if this happened and what if that happened and why didn't what's it called? You know what I mean? Like, have all these questions and stuff that I want to get figured out.
Well, we're not going to get them figured out. That's the thing.
It's just going to lead to more questions.
It's going to lead to more questions.
And then you're just doing a whole little circle of
life.
Oh my God, I have so many questions. Why are they not getting answered?
Exactly. So this is how like Lucasfilms and other content creators get content. It's like a content loophole. We just make more.
They're all in league with each other.
Right.
Exactly. They make more lore that somewhat goes back to previous things about like, hey, how didn't Yoda know this and all that stuff? But then it creates more questions about the lore, seeing if it's like legitimate. You know what I mean? It's like this whole thing, stuff like that. But also commenting on the Frozen and Kill Bill, that is like two totally different spectrums.
That's definitely two ends of the cinematic spectrums there.
Maybe definitely.
Maybe they just mean it's like a musical action film.
I do not want anybody in this one to break out in song.
I don't want a Joker 2 to happen for this, okay? We don't need Lady Gaga to appear and be the main character. That's not what we need.
they're just gonna be like mid battle with lightsabers, and they're like, "Hold on, let me drop this sick song real quick."
No, they're gonna be.
Exactly.
What's gonna happen is they're gonna be like holding each other on the edge of a cliff, and then you hear the person, "Let it go, let it go,
See, I
let
was
me
thinking
fall
more
as
like,
the lava flows."
I was thinking more like High School Musical, freaking basketball game for the state title. Like, let me just break out into like a song before I shoot anything, and everybody's just gonna respect that and leave me alone.
Instead, there's
Yeah.
no music. All you just hear is the sneakers go. No, but I do have like hopes for this series. I was always excited once it was announced because it's through the POV of a Sith, of a dark side user. It's going to be taking place, in the underground of Coruscant, and that's like super cool. This is like a part of the Star Wars world that we really didn't get to see. We kind of saw a hint of it at the Star Wars 1717 game that got canceled. That one was going to be super cool. It was going to be made by the same company that did Uncharted, I believe. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen the game footage of it, go check it out. It was gonna be so cool. I'm pissed that they canceled it, but that's kind of like the vibe I got from this. And just hearing what the showrunners saying about the show, it does bring concerns because not everything needs to be shaken up. Like Rian Johnson shook things up, but not for the sense of like challenging Lucasfilms and Star Wars lore, but just more of changing the pace of what has been. Because, like, if you look at The Force Awakens, it was like a reboot of A New Hope in a sense. And then he took it a different direction. Instead of trying to be a replica of The Empire Strikes Back, he was trying to be a unique movie, which it was. Regardless of your feelings of it, it was a unique entry in the Star Wars franchise. And I want The Acolyte to be the same way, like The Mandalorian as well, a unique entry in the Star Wars franchise that doesn't have to challenge anything. Like, I don't want that. Like, again, I don't want this to be the She-Hulk of Star Wars. I want this to be good. I do.
What an analogy!
It's the best analogy I got.
It really is.
It's a great analogy.
Really is.
Something else that we have, like little info on, really, is Skeleton Crew. We've been hearing about this for like 2 years. All we know is Jude Law's in it. Like, that is it.
I guess you can just say we just know the bones of this show.
Get out. Just get out.
Leave.
What is wrong with you, dude? Oh my gosh, I hate you. Anyways, so
we don't know the meat of it yet. We only have the bones.
I'm gonna kill you. Stop. Stop it. Someone stop this man. So Skeleton Crew is set to release this year with no date announced, which is crazy because we still don't have any info on it. However, they did share a trailer at the celebration, so I would expect that to come out this week, probably on the Monday that this podcast episode comes out. Hopefully we can see it soon. It'll be starring Jude Law. Once again, I said that like a million times. And he's apparently playing a Jedi. So this is going to be interesting. I don't know how this relates to the title Skeleton Crew, as he's a Jedi, but I will find out. From what has been said about the trailer, I mean, obviously not much is known about the series so far, but supposedly the trailer gave off Goonie vibes. With there being a lot of child actors that are casted for the show. So maybe we're going to get like a Star Wars Goonies, which could be cool. Maybe that's why Skeleton Crew. I'd be cool with that. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are also confirmed to direct some episodes of the series. So you can expect some good things to come from this.
Definitely.
I am just full of questions on what this is going to be about and where it's going to take place. That's really it.
I mean, on my end, personally, this is how you do a release. You don't give much about the series or the show or movie or whatever you're doing. You don't give much about it. You drop a trailer. You give a release date at least, because we need to know when it's going to come out so we can anticipate it.
I mean, it'd be nice.
But then you drop it. You let it release, and you let everybody watch and enjoy it without ruining anything about it before it comes out.
See, my thing is, if they would have dropped the trailer like last year or like when this was announced, I'd be fine because I would have an idea of what to expect. Mm-hmm. But we haven't had anything for like however long this has been announced.
I agree with you there.
That's too much mystery, man. I can only handle two. We have Rian Johnson over here in the Star Wars universe. I can't have this much mystery in my life, okay?
I get you. I'm not gonna lie to you here. When I heard the name Skeleton Crew, it just made me go like,
Pirates.
yes, sort of. But it also made me go to like the Resistance because they wiped them clean, and there was a very minimal group that were surviving by themselves for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So when I heard it, I thought it was just going to be following that little group that banded together to stay alive, essentially.
So like what, before the episode 7 kind of thing?
Yeah,
Okay. I mean, that'd be interesting. I hadn't thought of that, but that'd be cool.
that's where my mind went when I heard the title. But then again, we heard nothing about it, so
We know it's Goonies.
Panda don't know nothing.
Panda don't know Jack. What does Nova know? Let's find out.
I mean, from Skeleton Crew and Goonies and child actors, from what I'm getting, it's gonna be a group of young children Padawan, and they're gonna go on
Ooh.
adventures.
Okay.
And then the last episode, Anakin gonna show up.
Oh
That's
my
the Skeleton
god.
Jesus,
That's what I'm getting from this.
Dude, holy
they're
crap.
taking over.
This is,
What are
That's
we gonna
dark.
do?
I mean, it's right on the money. It's Skeleton Crew, right on the
Yo.
money. Children actors, Goonie vibes. They'll go on adventures. Maybe they're
Dude.
figuring out, like, hey, what's it called? There's some shady stuff going on in the Republic, in Coruscant. Maybe that's the mystery they're trying to solve.
Do you know how dark
I'm not
And then
even
they-
gonna lie.
They
That
get
sounds
too
like
far,
a.
and Anakin shows up.
I'm not even gonna lie. That sounds like a fire ass Star Wars game.
Well, Hayden Christensen did appear at this weekend's celebration, so you could be on the money. You could be right on the money, man.
Dude, that would
Right
be a
on the money.
fire ass game though. Not even gonna lie to you.
Dude, just imagine
It's in the
everyone's
focus.
reaction to the finale, where they're like, it's nighttime, and they're trying to escape.
And then
No,
he just
imagine it's
blew
like
lightsaber.
no. It's like a horror game or a horror movie where they're trying to escape
Yes.
through the halls, and he's just hunting them with the lightsabers, and that's how it ends.
Star Wars meets Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
More
Or,
like
I mean,
Star
it
Wars
could
meets
be,
Phasmophobia.
That too.
Somehow Survivor kids from I mean, we know Grogu got out of there somehow.
Grogu
So
did.
maybe there's
True.
some other kids and maybe that's the Skeleton Crew. So that's like the aftermath,
Ah,
maybe.
And that
kind of
they have like a
ish.
rogue Jedi Master that helped them escape. That could also be it,
that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of sense right there.
dude. I mean, it would also tie into the fact that they're doing a lot of flashbacks to Order 66 in recent series, especially like with
Mhm.
Grogu. So that's not too far out of the realm of possibility. That would be pretty cool.
Definitely
actually.
not.
Yeah.
Dude. Hey, good job, Nova. That was a good one.
Look,
I didn't
if
expect
that
that.
turns
Well,
out,
Welcome.
if that turns out to be the case, y'all heard it here first from Nova Burst.
This is true. Nerds and Squares got the deets.
Yeah.
Unconfirmed.
Something that I'm sure Nova, and I'm not even sure, I know Nova's excited for, is the Lando series with Donald Glover.
Dude.
It is still happening, confirmed by Kathleen Kennedy, but that is all we know. That is all we know. Me personally, I don't want this. Not because I hate
Ooh.
Donald Glover, not because I hate Lando.
Don't lie.
I don't hate them. I thoroughly enjoy Donald Glover as Lando. I thought he did pretty well. I just don't think it's needed. I think what has been the issue with Star Wars recently is that they keep going back to that same era in between 3 and 4. They keep going back to that era, trying to pick up with characters that we already know instead of continuing on past like episode 6, which is what Dave Filoni's been doing. Something everyone wants to see, that time period. Even before, you know, episode 1, like in the Old Republic, the High Republic, the Dawn of the Jedi, like there's so much of the galaxy that has yet to be explored through films or shows, in canon at least, that they haven't touched. They keep going back to the same 25 years between 3 and 4. Like, stop it. Sorry, I got a little triggered there.
I mean,
A little.
that's why we're getting Lando. You want more of this explored universe,
I'm gonna bow out of
forgetting
this one.
Lando, who travels all over the galaxy.
Look, we tried it
Okay,
with Han Solo. That movie flopped. We're not.
that's why they're making Lando. That's why they're making Lando.
You're saying
Okay,
that because he's black.
no, if Han Solo can get a movie,
Where's the
Lando can
popcorn?
get a movie, and Chewie can get a
Well,
movie,
Lando's
and
getting a
Leia can get a
series, okay? I don't want a Chewie series or movie. I don't want a Leia one either, okay?
I want a Chewie movie.
I don't.
Can we get
Why?
a Chewie movie?
Why?
Because Han got a movie.
And it was terrible.
But Lando
That's
could
why
redeem
everyone
that.
else gets. Yeah, exactly.
What,
Technically
are they
speaking,
going to retcon more things in the Star Wars universe?
I'm just
Is that how they're
saying.
gonna do it?
Hey, look, I'm mediator here, okay?
Mediate.
You know what? I'm going to mediate this away from this topic, okay?
There you go.
I have another point.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Give us
go
your
for
other
it.
point.
Okay. Also, I feel like Lando's a more interesting character than Han because we didn't get much more. We don't get a lot of information about Lando, especially like in the movies. It's just like, hey, I'm this
Okay.
super slick guy, and then it's like, oh, I backstabbed you. That's all. You know what I mean?
Gotcha,
That's all
bitch.
we got. And yeah, and that's all we got. And then in the Han Solo movie, it was just like, hey, you won my ship. Here's the Millennium Falcon. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can we get like more information about
Yeah.
Lando? Because I mean, he's pretty important in the Resistance. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
what would you want to see from the Lando series then? Like, at any specific time period? Like, do you want to see his origins, how he was birthed? Like, what were you
it's
wanting or expecting from this?
probably gonna be Origins. I
Oh,
mean,
gosh.
you can't go in the future because he's already in the trilogy.
I mean, you technically can
with
pick up
Rey and
after like episode 6. Like, you could do that because we
You
don't know
really
what he
could.
did. He only appeared in
could
episode
do-
9, so there is so much of that you could explore as well.
You could do that, pick up after 6, but then put in the lore of like how he got the Millennium Falcon, and then maybe other galaxies he's exploring and stuff like that, so on and so forth. I
So-
mean,
Okay.
yes, mediator.
Okay. So basically what you're wanting to see from it is just focus on what happened after 6 with flashbacks.
Yes.
But okay. Okay.
Honestly, I mean, if it's as long as it's not between 3 and 4, I would be a lot happier with it. If it's between 6 and 9, which is that's like 60 years, like that's a long
I mean,
time. Like, you could do
he
so
just showed
much.
up in the trilogy. He was like, "What's up, kids?" And it's like,
I live
you
here.
I live here.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
jeez.
yeah.
So, with the Lando series talked about, we're going to move this on. Rogue Squadron. That has been talked about for a while. It was kind of birthed with, oh my gosh, Patty Jenkins. There we go. She was slated to, like, direct it. And people were saying how it was going to be shelved. Well, Kathleen Kennedy confirmed that it is not shelved. It could still happen. Whether it's going to be a movie, whether it's a show, it's something that they do still want to happen, something they have been talking about. Me personally, I'm kind of iffy. I'm kind of back and forth on it. Because, like, and on one side of me, I'm just like, it's not needed. I don't care for it. Why do we even want this? On the other side, it could be a very good movie if it's like Top Gun or Top Gun Maverick. If they do it like that, I think it could be very successful. But that's really the two sides of my coin there.
Yeah. So you're leaving it up to like a toss up.
Yeah, I mean, if we get more information, because I'm kind of iffy with Patty Jenkins. Like, she did good with Wonder Woman, but didn't do good with Wonder Woman 2. So, you know, if she's still involved, I don't know if she's still involved. Then that is all if it even still happens.
Okay.
I would probably rather see it as a movie. I don't want to see it as a show. I think the shows are fine with what Dave Filoni's doing.
Because I was going to say, I don't want them to fall into the same trope that everyone else is, because they're making shows and series which could be movies.
Well, I got some info on that later on, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Nova had something to say, though.
Go for it.
What's Rogue Squadron? Is it like Rogue One? Or
So Rogue,
That's a snooze question.
It's a squadron of X-wings called Rogue Squadron. Like they're a part of the Republic.
Oh, so it's a
okay.
legit.
Like it's a
okay.
legit X-wing group. Like
Gotcha.
that's why I said Top Gun Maverick because
I
ships.
thought as soon as you were gonna say that,
Oh.
I thought you were gonna say X-Men, and I was like, dude, we're in the wrong franchise right now.
When you said Top Gun Maverick, I thought you were talking about the volleyball scene. Just a bunch of
it's
pilots on a
Rogue
space beach
Squadron's
or something.
actually based on an anime.
can see it.
It's based on Haikyuu.
Yeah, just half naked men on the beach of Kashyyyk,
Yeah,
just playing volleyball.
They're actually battling against the Ewoks to claim the prizes against the Death Star 2 battle. I don't know.
I'd make it canon.
Ewoks and half-naked men playing volleyball.
Perfect.
Right. I wouldn't mind some like dog fight kind of movie.
Ooh.
Like you're saying, you literally just said it.
Top Gun.
Top Gun.
Top Gun Maverick, Red Tails with the
Ooh,
Tuskegee
yeah.
Airmen. That won't
Red Tails.
fire. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind kind of like a dog fight pilot Star Wars movie, especially since like the ships are, I mean,
They're freaking dope. There's so many out there.
super way high tech compared to like, I mean, our ships.
Oh
our airplanes.
yeah.
So I mean, that would be pretty fire actually, because we don't. The only couple times we see in space, I mean, you don't see it too much in detail. It's just like we're just panning through, just like, hey, this is space battles going on. We're just gonna pan through it, and then
I think actually episode 3
yeah.
is like the only time we've seen like a true space battle because the intro in episode 3 is
like that was fire.
That was
that was like a dog fight.
That was
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, that was.
And we
super
also
cool.
don't see many like movies that are involved like with fighter pilots in any way. Like there's not many.
Fighter pilots.
Fighter pilots.
But yeah, that would be cool. I mean, the last spaceship-ish scene we got was that thing. What's it called? I totally forgot what it was. When they hyper space the ship into the
Oh,
other
in
ship.
episode 9 where they were
Yeah.
hyperspace jumping or skipping or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
They
was
crashed
weird.
it through the other ship, and I'm like, what?
It's like if you could do that the whole
Doing
time,
that
why didn't
now?
we do that? But yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Episode
yeah.
9 just I don't want to talk about that. Well, something else that I also don't want to talk about is Obi-Wan. Not the character of the show. Ewan McGregor really, and I mean in all caps, really wants season 2 of Obi-Wan to happen, but Lucasfilm doesn't just yet. And I'm so glad that they don't, because that series
We don't need it.
was the biggest disappointment ever. It literally, that series was supposed to be fan service. All it was going to be easy money. You cannot butcher a series about Obi-Wan. However, Kathleen Kennedy and the good old gang sure did. So, yeah. That.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Andor is getting a season 2. It's going to be the final season, and it's aiming for an August 2024 premiere date.
Woohoo.
I don't care for it. I tried to watch the first episode, and I was like, this is garbage.
At least they're ending it.
Yeah. It's supposed to go.
I haven't even watched it.
It's supposed to go right into where Rogue One starts. So that's that. I personally might rewatch Andor because everyone's just like hyping the crap out of it, and I'm like, first episode was garbage, but hey, maybe they went in and fixed the subtitles so I can understand what this other language is saying. Who knows? That was my biggest gripe. In the first episode, you have this. There's like 15 minutes of people speaking in a different language, and there's no subtitles telling me what they're saying, and I'm like, what's going on?
Didn't you originally say that the subtitles just said what language it was speaking?
Yeah, it says speaking in, and then it said the language in parentheses. That was it, and there was no. It didn't tell me what they were saying.
switch your brain to that language so you can understand.
I didn't get that update.
Yeah,
I didn't get that
don't
Windows
you know
update.
that, Zeus? We all got an update, and we have a switch in the back of our head.
No, Windows didn't send me the
Yeah.
update, man. I'm still
Comprehend
on
language.
I think you
Brain
need to
85.
update it then.
It was like when we were watching Lucy. Like
It's all right. I'll
they,
share
like,
the update with you.
Thanks.
we were watching Lucy. Like 70% of that film was in like other languages, and I was like, I don't know what you're saying. I don't
No
get
speaking.
it.
However, they usually had someone translating. That was an exception. Because there was the people speaking Korean, at first it was like, what's going on? But then they get a translator in there to actually translate it.
I mean, they were taking out a couple curse words out of it. They were just kind of like
100%.
Oh, yeah.
they were spark noting it. They were just giving you kind of
They were giving us the
easy
clean
version.
Disney PG-13 version.
Says like 14 words in a different language. Translator. They said hi.
They said they are so happy to see you. They just didn't
holding
say happy.
knives and stuff in their hands. Just like, hello.
Why does he have a knife then?
He's a chef.
Ah,
A
makes sense.
human chef.
Humans.
Now, something I know I'm excited for is the final trailer for Jedi Survivor dropped, giving us some more gameplay footage and looks into this anticipated sequel. I didn't watch it because I'm trying to not go in with so much spoilers. I'm so hyped for this game. This game looks amazing. It takes place 5 years after the first one. It actually takes place during the same time period as the Obi-Wan series does. So,
Oh.
God, I can't wait for that game.
dude, the game looks great. There's going to be some more puzzles. So for me, I'm going to be killing myself over that because I'm terrible at puzzles. But there's a ton of customization with the lightsaber and lightsaber battle styles. There's a ton of more customization with the looks between you and BT1, B1, the little droid.
BT1, I think.
Little thingy.
Yeah, little two-legged creature.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm super excited to see what's going to happen with this sequel. Because apparently the antagonist is someone from the High Republic. So, yeah.
Oh.
I don't know how that's going to play. Because
I'm going to have to get my hands on this game.
apparently it was like 400 years previous to when when the game happened. So, like at the end of the High Republic. And
Gotcha.
the creature, like the alien antagonist, is the same race as the biker antagonist in the original Clone Wars series, the 2D animated one. It was
I know who you're talking about.
you know who I'm talking about?
That bounty hunter dude?
Yeah, the bounty hunter that wouldn't die. It's that same race.
just got surprised.
He's in that game. If you haven't seen
Like as soon as you said that, like the Star Wars 2D, what?
someone say 2D? Oh god.
You like woke up.
He did. Did you not see his eyes, man?
Yes.
Oh my god!
Anyone
Okay,
that
I'm
hasn't
actually
seen that
surprised.
series, go. It's on Disney Plus. It's just
Watch
one
it.
season. It's great. It honestly is very unique. I really liked it, but you'll be able to see what that bounty hunter guy can do. That same alien race is in Jedi Survivor. So we're getting so much good stuff in that game.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be so fire! Oh my, I do. I love like the Jedi like single. I guess it's single player game, just like what's it called? Like Force Unleashed and like with Star Killer and like you know what I mean? I
Like the
just like those-
campaign-centric games.
Yeah, and like customizations and stuff like that. Because like I'll be a Jedi too, so
Right.
it's cool to customize, lightsabers and stuff like that. Because then you also get to see like certain customizations that other Jedis could have had in like the universe. You know what I mean? Like certain hilts. I mean, dude, some Jedis be having some crazy kind of hilts, man.
I mean,
Like, I'm
remember,
like,
we have the lightsaber's still the same from the first one, so it's double-edged, and we get a cross guard in this one too. So we can have the cross guard style, the single blade style, and the double-edged style. Like we can split them into two lightsabers. Like it is so sick.
Dude, I know, man. Some of these people be like, I feel like we're an Inquisitor at this point because like Inquisitors get some crazy customization.
Where's my helicopter lightsaber?
Like they be flying with their dang lightsabers, man.
Okay. So something else that I know we're going to be excited for. I know especially Nova's going to be excited for. Tales of the Jedi is getting a second season. Oh
Heck
my
yeah.
gosh. If you haven't seen Tales of the Jedi, you're missing out. It's perfect for Clone Wars fans. It's perfect for Rebels fans. It's perfect for anyone that likes lore because we finally got to see Dooku's downfall. It was done so well, and we saw what happened to Ahsoka, like in that little in between period from after the Clone Wars series and before Rebels, where she gets her white sabers. See what I did there? But dude, I'm really interested to see what story they're gonna tell with this second season. Because it was just so beautifully animated. The soundtrack was amazing.
Bro.
The story was captivating, especially with Dooku. I just love Dooku's story. And I don't know what else they're going to do. And I'm excited. I'm excited about it. This is one thing where I don't know that I'm excited about because of how well they did it the first time around. Oh, man.
I agree.
That's all I can say.
That's all I can say about it.
We eating
We
good.
ate good that day.
Oh, my gosh. Dude, that was
About
such
to
a
eat good again.
Yes, sir. About to eat some more. Know what I'm saying?
Yippee!
Okay, so now we've got some of the minor juicy deets out of the way. We're coming into the big schmeats right now. You guys ready for the big schmeats?
Let's do it.
So first is up is the Mandalorian information. So spoiler warning for anyone that hasn't caught up or has seen season 3 of Mandalorian. Spoiler warning. It's just woo, woo, woo. So a question that was asked this weekend is the Mandalorian actually about Bo-Katan? The producer has confirmed that Din Djarin is no longer the only main character. The show is going to start to explore the Mandalorians as a people instead of just one person. Din is no longer considered the titular whatever Mandalorian. So it looks like he's been phased out in a sense. Could be with constant issues with Pedro Pascal, because I've been hearing like almost every season there's some kind of issue with him where they're like debating on firing him. I know.
Really?
Yeah, season 2 was the big issue was he wanted to have his face shown more. He was complaining and having a big uproar because his face wasn't being shown.
That makes sense.
So I know that was a big issue. And they are kind of pushing him out with these recent episodes of The Mandalorian, with Bo-Katan being more of the center, as well as her getting the Darksaber, and is essentially becoming the leader of the Mandalorians like she's always wanted. Me personally, I kind of just wish Din was, still the Darksaber, still would lead the Mandalorians, because I'm like, that would be so cool. But at the same time, I'm just like, I get it. You can have Bo-Katan be the leader, and then they could be about like him going and doing whatever with Grogu. So I get it. I don't like it, but it's whatever. What do you guys think?
I mean, I didn't know about the issues that were going on behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. Apparently there's a lot of them.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
So when that was released, I was kind of thrown off by that because I was like, why are you making it about, like, why is this happening? Because this seems like a very oddly timed thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It seemed like it was very oddly placed, but hearing that kind of makes sense now.
I have no issues with them exploring the Mandalorian as a people. I think that's something in canon that has been something they need to have done anyways. So
yeah,
I just wish Din was ruling the Mandalorians, but whatever. Nova, any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean,
You
that's
wish
exploring
he was,
like
you
the
wish
Mandalorian,
too, right?
like exploring the Mandalorians, like their race or whatever. I mean, I don't have a problem with. I have a problem with Bo-Katan. I don't really like Bo-Katan.
You don't like Bo-Katan?
No, she causes problems.
Shots fired.
I like
Anything she tries to
Mandalorian
do.
version of Bo-Katan. She's gone on her redemption arc this season.
Maybe I'm still hooked up on like Clone Wars Bo-Katan, but
Probably.
cause, oh my gosh, dude, she would piss me off. But like, I guess Mandalorian book. I mean, okay. So I still need to like catch up a little bit more on the latest season of Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
But from what we saw from when she first showed up, when she was like just like badgering on what's it called, Din with like his helmet and stuff like that. Like that part, I was like, "Girl, calm down." Like,
Someone get this man's.
someone get this man's. I mean, calm down.
Right.
Um, I mean, she seems to be like this, or she's being built to be this leader for Mandalore, which I'm totally fine with. I mean, if that's their leader, going ahead,
Mm-hmm.
just know who your leader is.
Right.
What's it called? The what's the dark Mandalorian group or
Death
whatever?
Wash.
Oh.
Death Death Watch. I mean, I'm just saying, just know who your girl is. Causes multiple civil wars amongst the
Oh,
Mandalorian. I
gee.
mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Know who your leader is, but
I guess that goes into real life as well, but we're not getting into
Oh,
that.
jeez.
but
Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah. Oh no, I mean that's just my take on if they go in that direction. But
Bo-Katan hatred from Novaverse.
yeah,
Du-du-du-du-du-du.
Dad. All right. So apparently, Mandalorian season 3 does not lead directly into Ahsoka season 1. Ahsoka season 1 does drive right
Oh,
into the
wow.
story. So you do not need to watch Mandalorian season 3 to know what's happening in Ahsoka. You don't need to watch Clone Wars to know what's going on with Ahsoka. Although it's pretty recommended if you want to know who the heck the character is and
Yeah.
how she got there.
yeah.
I mean, also you should probably watch Rebels and Mandalorian season 2, and you know
Pretty much everything that has to do with
maybe the 3 episodes with in Book of Boba Fett that had the Mandalorian in it. I mean, you know, just to get yourself up to date with some of the information. But
right.
speaking of
Just a little
Ahsoka,
bit.
the Ahsoka trailer dropped. Oh my gosh.
Dude.
The chills, the heebie-jeebies. Oh my gosh. I literally flipped out. I've watched it like 3 times in a row because of that. The trailer was just so hype. It's literally like the Star Wars fanboy just emerged. Like that's how you know it's a Dave Filoni project. When you have that feeling.
Exactly.
Them jiggles that you're feeling in your tummy, that's the Dave
Not the
Filoni.
jiggles.
So what this trailer has given us, or really what's also has been revealed from this weekend, is we're getting live action Admiral Thrawn. Ooh, and it's played by the voice actor who voiced him in Rebels. Ooh,
Yep.
we eating good, man.
Mm-hmm.
One of the major plot lines of the series is going to be Ahsoka hunting down Thrawn. She's from. This is a quote from Rosario Dawson. She sees a threat other people aren't seeing. He's formidable, not somebody to take lightly. She has a sense that there's something. She knows that these foes are not easily dismissed. So this was said at the Ahsoka panel this weekend. In the trailer, Ahsoka mentioned he was the heir to the Empire, which is a huge nod to the book Heir to the Empire by Timothy Zahn, the creator of Thrawn, and where Thrawn made his first ever appearance set after the events of Episode 6. There's once again, Dave Filoni is still doing what he does best, making the extended universe canon in a fresh way, dude. And to bring Thrawn into live action, he consulted with Timothy and had him like involved to help him bring him to. Oh my gosh, I'm just so excited, man. Thrawn is so cool, and from what the trailer shows us, I think they're Sith or maybe they're gray Jedis. Who knows? But they got orange and like dark orange lightsabers, and the one of the guy Ahsoka fought in the trailer may be an evil clone that was in the Heir to the Empire book. And if that's the case, Heir to the Empire seems to be what Ahsoka's like this first season may be about, or like a fresh version of it. Regardless, dude, I am extremely hyped for this series. It looks so good. Oh my gosh. Get over it.
Well, didn't we see orange lightsabers in like Force Unleashed?
Well, Force Unleashed
Like
isn't
some
canon.
characters had, but like some of the characters who had orange lightsabers, like were there characters with like orange?
Yeah, I mean, there's
lightsabers?
also like the Jedi Temple guards. They had either orange or yellow lightsabers. and that's in
That's
That
canon.
what
is
I'm
very
thinking.
true.
I'm thinking of temple. I'm thinking of temple.
Now,
Jedi temple guards.
in the comics, Luke has an orange lightsaber, and the comic takes place between 5 and 6, I believe. So he also has an orange comic
That's
or orange lightsaber in that time period. So orange lightsabers are canon. So are the yellow ones. But there's that guy, the guy I was talking of. He has like a darker orange. It's like an orangish red. It's
Gotcha,
weird.
gotcha.
Orange red.
Orange. Orange.
Jeez.
Dude,
What does orange mean?
It's red orange. Orange.
No, but
Orange,
like,
yeah.
Oh, like what does it
either
symbolize in
bad-
lore?
Yeah.
I have no idea. They've been
Yeah.
Fire.
So like they originally like all the lightsabers had a meaning to them,
Meaning.
but now I have no idea. It seems like they threw the meaning out the window. Is what it seems like.
Gotcha.
I mean,
That would
orange
make
is
sense.
a combo of red and yellow. So red Sith, but yellow.
Guys, I think we're too focused on the lightsaber colors right now. We got to give. We are way too focused on the lightsaber colors. Come on, we got Ahsoka trailer.
Dude.
We got Thrawn. We got so much juice here. Why are we still on the lightsabers?
I love the fact in the trailer we see her just throw the sabers to her side.
Oh, and then she like spins
open the hole. Yes. I was like, dude, that's freaking awesome.
Dude, it was freaking sick. That's such an Ahsoka thing to do because I think she did that in the Mandalorian.
I think she did.
I think she did that, yeah.
But man, I was like, dude, this is gonna be good.
Oh my gosh.
I can't wait.
I am extremely excited. And the fact that we're also going to be getting the Rebels squadron in live action. We're getting Chopper.
Yes.
We're getting Harrison Dula. We're getting Sabine. And Ezra. Ezra is also going to come back. We're getting them all live action in the series. Like, this is going to be what all Rebel fans wanted. And it's going to be so good.
Exactly.
I'm honestly just interested on what happened with Ezra and Thrawn. Where did they go? Like, what happened? I need those questions answered. Those are questions I require to be answered.
Yeah. I mean, I also heard some people were talking about Sabine. Is she the Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Yeah. How she wasn't wearing her armor in the trailer.
Yeah, she was. What is she?
I don't think she was.
There's some parts that she wasn't.
There were parts she wasn't. I will say that there were some parts where she wasn't.
I don't think I always saw her in her armor. I mean, maybe you have to watch it a fourth time. But
I'll have to watch it a fourth time. I was probably just too stuck on Thrawn.
Right.
And Chopper.
I know it's difficult, but you got to go in there without focusing on them.
Hey, at least I'm not focused on the lightsabers. Okay.
Hey.
Ahsoka has white lightsabers.
And
they're awesome.
Now Bo-Katan has the black
it means
saber.
something to her.
Okay, you know what?
Dude, the
white
trailer
sabers
was amazing.
White sabers are just the red lightsabers purified. That's it.
Exactly. They have a meaning. That's why you should care about them.
Exactly.
Panda, you were saying something. No, stop it. I'm ignoring Nova.
No, I was just saying, man, like, I can't wait for it. I'm thoroughly excited to learn more about her because, I mean, I still need to go back and do my own research and finish my research, but
you mean watch Clone
I
Wars?
am thoroughly happy because I'm excited to learn more about Ahsoka and just the awesomeness that is.
Awesome.
She's so awesome.
She is. She's like such a great character.
Like not spoiling tales, but like that fight with the Inquisitor.
Ooh,
that was pretty fire.
We were eating good that episode. All I'm saying is this is how you make a strong female character right. Right, Disney? Kathleen Kennedy? This is how you do it right. Just have Dave Filoni do it.
And on that note,
we have 3 new Star Wars movies in development. James Mangold, the director for the Wolverine, Logan, and the upcoming Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny movies, is directing one of them. Dave Filoni is directing the other, the George Lucas Jr., aka Savior of Star Wars, in my opinion. And the last is going to be directed by Sharmeen Obaid Chinoy, who did Miss Marvel and Saving Face, whatever that is. And Kathleen Kennedy said that these films are pretty far along in development. So James Mangold's movie is going to go back to the dawn of the Jedi, which is, from what I'm gathering, just the creation of the Jedi, which is super awesome, because that's literally the Jedi and the Sith were the same thing, but then the Sith learned about the dark side more and splintered away, which, I mean, they were all Jedi and they just splintered and became the Sith. So that'll be dope. We'll probably get to see some of that. And James Mangold's a really good director, so I'm excited. Dave Filoni's movie will focus on closing out the interconnected stories told in The Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and the other Disney Plus series. It's going to be set in the same period, the Mandalorian period, but it's going to be less of a Mandalorian era and more of a New Republic era, because everyone's been saying, like, oh, this is the Mando era. He's actually dubbing it the New Republic era. That after 6, before 7, that's what the New Republic era is. He has a very large whiteboard timeline that apparently connects all the overall stories like a crime scene, which,
Jesus,
I mean, when you're handling that many stories and characters, that doesn't surprise me. And then finally, Charmeen's film will be set 15 years after the events of Rise of Skywalker, that dumpster fire of a movie, following Rey as she builds a new Jedi Order. Because
don't forget the least important fact in that nobody agrees with here. She is doing so as a Jedi Master.
Yeah, she's not a Jedi Master.
Oh, God.
No one even liked no one even liked that movie. No one even liked her character by the end of that movie. No one has asked for this movie. And the only time people wanted stuff after Episode 9 was stuff that didn't involve Rey. And it's funny how the person who's in charge of directing this movie did Miss Marvel, another series that no one asked for or cared about. Like, so you can expect this film to be terrible. Like, I'm guessing this movie's going to be so bad. There's going to be some political agenda pushed in there for obvious reasons, because Kathleen Kennedy's got to have her fix. But I'm excited for the other two movies. James Mangold is a great director. Dawn of the Jedi, I think that's all unexplored territory. That's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm really excited to see the birth of the Sith in that movie. And then Dave Filoni's movie that's wrapping up that story is going to be super cool. I'm assuming it's going to be like the Heir to the Empire trilogy. It's going to be that. It's going to be something like wrapping it up with that storyline with Thrawn, which will be dope. Anything Dave Filoni doing, I'm on board 100%. 100%. I'm a fanboy. I am a fanboy.
Yep.
Yes, thank you for agreeing.
Fanboy.
It's just hard for me personally to focus on the other two when we got the dumpster fire that's going on behind us, kind of thing. It's like I'm just gonna get my 2 cents out there on this one. Nobody asked for it. Why is she a Jedi Master? First off,
she's not.
Why? I know she's not. It's annoying to me that they're dubbing her that.
Well, they didn't dub her that. She's gonna try to build. Whatever. I'm not even gonna try to. I'm not even gonna help them out.
It's just gonna be 15 years after, and it's just gonna be a dumpster fire. And I don't know why I feel this in my bones, but I feel it in my bones that they're gonna try to pull some type of, well, I did all of this, y'all didn't respect it, I'm gonna go to the dark side because I'm truly a Palpatine kind of thing.
Nah, they probably wouldn't. They tried so hard for her to be a Skywalker. Like,
they cemented that.
Yeah.
But at
they
the same
ruined
time, how many
everyone's
times
movie
have things been retconned?
But listen, they ruined everyone's movie experience with that ending. There's no way that Kathleen Kennedy's going to let anyone change that. Like, look at Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni has been the janitor of Star Wars. He had to clean up all the controversy with the prequel trilogy, with the Clone Wars series. And then he has to clean up the sequel trilogy with all of the shows and movies with the shows that have been coming out in the New Republic era that have been, and also Bad Batch, that have been like leading up to the sequel trilogy. Like, he has literally been trying to clean up Kathleen Kennedy's mess.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not going to
Which is
wreck
a
on it.
big mess for Dave.
Yeah.
So Dave, you're a real one. We love you.
We love you.
And keep doing what you're doing. I'm looking forward to your movie and James Mangold's.
Oh, this is going to be so good.
But yeah, Ray can just Skywalker her way out of here.
Skywalk
Guys.
her way out of here. Okay.
I think we need to calm down. I mean, Rey's a Skywalker for a reason.
Oh my!
I mean,
Don't
she
do
defeated
not start this.
Palpatine.
Hold on, Nova. Do not start.
No, let's
this.
hear him out. Let's
I
hear him
mean,
out.
this is
not
Let's
gonna
hear.
be-
Let's
This
hear
is
him
not
out.
going to be a what if 2.0 right
Well,
now.
hold on. Let's hear him out. Let's give him his stage. Okay.
Oh.
Let's let him speak.
I'm trying to
Okay.
give the 1% of the Star Wars audience what they want.
He's doing his best.
Guys,
It's difficult, but
let's
he's doing
give-
it.
Let's give Rey what's it called? Benefit of the doubt.
No.
She was up against Palpatine, probably trained 10 minutes in the woods with Leia, I don't know how long, and she beat Palpatine by herself. I mean, Kylo showed up too, I guess. But yeah, Kylo showed up. They shared a kiss. Now she's a Jedi Master and she's a Skywalker. I mean, I don't know why everyone keeps on dogging her. That's why she's getting her own movie. That's why she's going to bring back a new Jedi Order, and she's going to train all the other Jedis to be
Look,
awesome.
I
don't know what
regret giving him
she's
the
gonna teach him.
stage. I regret giving him the
look.
stage.
This is. Let me paint a picture for what Nova's doing right now. Right,
Paint it.
you got the dumpster fire going on over here.
Let's go,
He's
Picasso.
carrying the bucket with all the holes in it. He's got the bucket with all the holes in it, filled it with water, and trying to go put out the fire.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
When he
trying
gets
my
there,
best.
there's no water to dump it out. Like,
Nova, what's your rebuttal?
I mean, it's hard to take out a wildfire, man. But I mean,
so your rebuttal is proving my point.
yeah, you know what? I can't keep up the charade anymore. I don't want to see this. Stop, please. Don't put out this movie.
We broke him.
We don't need this. 15 years of what? 15 years of wasted years of her just training in the woods, I guess. I don't know. What other Jedis are out there for her to train? She has nothing to teach them.
We brought the true feelings of Nova up.
Dude, we
Oh,
broke him
God.
so quickly. Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's a movie about Rey. It was not that hard to break him.
That's true. I mean,
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Yeah, I mean,
I think.
James Mangold,
Go ahead.
love more Jedi lore.
Oh yeah.
And then
jeez.
Dave Filoni, I mean, God bless that man. I mean,
God bless.
what more can I say? You know what I mean? My only thing would be it could get a little muddled, like a little muddy, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
When you're like connecting all those, like the Mandalorian, the Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, like
Yeah.
all together.
Mm-hmm.
Some things can get a little skewed, I think. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's gonna try his best, of course, but there's always gonna be like questions of continuity errors, maybe, or stuff like that. But I'm pretty excited still for that, like the connectionistness of the stories and stuff.
Yeah.
I honestly do believe Dave has the roughest part of this 3 movies, though, because of having to connect everything,
That was a weird pause.
like all the
Yeah.
shows. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Like I was.
Think about it.
Yeah. No, I mean I'll agree with you though. It is going to be difficult for him to interconnect all of these stories from all of these different shows together. The movie is supposed to have like each of the shows you're having characters from the other shows appear, so it does help. So things aren't as like, out of the blue, like, oh my gosh, they're all appearing in Star Wars The Avengers movie. You know what I mean? Like, it helps that they're popping up into each other's shows. They're being connected to the plot of the show as well. And from what I'm gathering, the story that's going to be the movie or like in the future is involving all of these shows. Like, you can see the seeds being bloomed there.
Yeah.
You know, Moff Gideon and the Empire Resistance. You know, the spice trade on Tatooine. Ahsoka hunting down Thrawn. Thrawn. They're all connected. You know, and it's all gonna lead up to whatever Dave gives us. And whatever he gives us, I'll eat it up like a pizza.
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 I mean, the only thing is, I wish that they would have done the movie set after the sequel trilogy. However, just not involving characters from the sequel trilogy. I think they burned that bridge with Rise of Skywalker. They could have done an all-new cast, all new characters that takes place after, like, Rey's already been dead. Sure, you could have a new Jedi Order already established, or maybe there's still no Jedi Order yet because she was just such a terrible Jedi, and, like, no one liked her. So, you know, it could be that. I mean, who knows? But I think overall, with the news that we've gotten, we're eating good. Like, we are. Rey aside, we have been given some amazing things that I am excited for the future of Star Wars. Like, I'm still not even reading the books or the comics, and just film and shows alone, we're eating good. Now, we could also be missing some things because Day 4 is going to be popping up when this episode launches or posts. Can't even speak. When this episode posts, we'll probably be missing a few things.
It's same thing.
Same difference.
Yeah.
But do you guys have any final thoughts
same,
here?
but different.
Anything Star Wars related? No Rey hate. We already went through that.
We will be covering this in a galaxy far, far away soon.
I already did that joke.
And
I didn't hear it, so it doesn't count.
I didn't hear it, so it doesn't exist.
Nova.
I love you, Dave Filoni.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We love you.
You know, maybe check out our channel.
Yeah, it would be
when
great.
you're not busy.
Yeah.
Totally.
You know, we would love to help you with some Star Wars stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like Skeleton Crew.
Oh man,
I had some ideas on that.
He's got some good ideas on there. Yeah, I mean, shoot, hire Nova for writing.
That.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
You can hire Panda to be a panda
for that skeleton.
Yep.
I could just roll around in the background.
Yeah.
Put me in a panda costume, I'll roll. It's okay.
I'm still trying to get over the meat on the skeleton joke you tried to do there. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for us.
Wrap it
here.
Exactly. See.
Yes.
That's what happens when you hate on my jokes.
No, it's your joke just broke my brain. Like you broke Nova with the Rey incident. That's what happened here. Okay. But that's gonna wrap it up for us here at the Nerds and Square podcast. We appreciate you guys listening and watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, follow wherever you are viewing this content. We will probably do some more episodes in the future, depending on our busy schedules. But check out our YouTube if you haven't at bpfun. And, check out our other content, D&D, other nerd stuff. And let us know what you're excited for from this Star Wars celebration. And may the Force be with you. I've been Captain Zeus, the host with the most, followed by Novaverse and Relatable Panda. And we'll see you guys later. See ya.
Peace.